Hello student, welcome all of you. I am Rajshri Sukhdev Rahane from KTHM College Nasi, Department of Computer Science. Hello student, today we'll start next module, module 3, which is related to network security and information security of the cybersecurity subject. In that module, there are total 3 chapters. Out of that, the first one named Access Control and Intrusion Detections. In this chapter, we learn topic overview of authorization and identifications. In a previous year, you all are learn about the first two module of cybersecurity. First module is related to prerequisites in information security, and second module is a based on security management. Today's session agenda is identification and authorizations, then replay attack, authentications protocol, then one-way authentications, then using symmetric encryptions, then Kerberos concept, Kerberos authentication, and the last one, remote user authentications. The first topic is identification and the authorization. Then the first one, identification. What is an identification? Actually, identification is a nothing but a claim identity of a person or a system. It is a valid or unique identity of user. At the time of applying access control to the each user, it is a very critical step. And mostly the identifications can be provided by the use of the username and the account number. Next one, authentications. What is an authentications? Authentication is a validity of identity, means the validity of a particular user identity, and it involves the two steps. First one is entering public information, and second step is entering private informations. By allocating the privilege or by allocating the access control, it provides the trust between user and the system. It also provides the authentications, or it also provide the right access or access control to authenticated resources also. Next one, the next topic is a user authentication. It is a fundamental security building block. It involves, or it is the process of verifying the identity or claim identity of user. It includes the two steps, identification and the verification. First one, identification, presenting an identifier to security system. Because it is a very important step, because it involves, or it is a carefully, because it is a basis for other security service also. Second one is a verifications. Verification is nothing but the validity of user, or it binds between the entity and the identifiers. So in short, the identification provides the claim identity of user, and verification provide the validity of that particular user identity. Next topic is a means of user authentications. There are four general means of user authentications. Can be used in alone, or it can be used in combinations. Something individual know is, for example, the password and PIN number. Something individual possesses, for examples, key card, token, smart card. Something individual is biometric, a static biometric, for example, face, retina, fingerprints. And in case of dynamic biometric, for example, voice pattern or the handwriting characteristics and sign. All these methods can provide the user authentication, but all of have some problems, all of have some issues. Just like adversary may be able to guess or to steal token or password, or a user may forget password or the token. And when we consider the biometric representation, in that case, there are the problems such as false negative, false positive, and the user acceptance. Next one is authentication protocols. Authentications protocol, or by using this protocol, the communicating parties which are involved in the communications over the network that share the session keys to each other for confidential and for security purpose. But there are some central key issues are, there are two issues. First one, confidentiality, and the second one is a timeline. Confidentiality means identifiers and the session keys are communicated to each other in encrypted form, so we can keep the security. For that purpose, it use a pair of both keys, private key and public key also. Second issue is a timelineess. It is very important because of the date of the message reply. Next topic is replay attacks. What is replay attacks? See the figures. Replay attack is one of the security attacks with networks. Replay attack is attacks when data is transferred over the network. At that time or in this attack, attackers observe the network traffic and it send the original message to original destination, and attackers are acts like a original sender, and also receiver feels that it is a original message and sent by the original senders. In these replay attacks, actually receiver or the client receive the twice message, hence it came as replay attack. How to prevent, how to prevent from this replay attack? There are two ways or two methods: timestamp methods and the session key method. In timestamp method, the timestamps are allocated to data, or it is along with data. When it is a more than a certain limit, then it can be simply discarded and asked to sender to send the data again. And in second method, that is in session key method, throughout the entire communication, session key is used and that session key is never used again for security purpose. Next one is a one-way authentications. It is a one of the application used for the public encryptions. That is the one-way authentications. When we apply public key encryption to email, then the entire message is a encrypted form. for authentication purpose, for confidentiality purpose, or for both the confidentiality and the authentications. For getting the confidentiality, both sender and receiver use one time secret key. And for getting the more confidentiality, it uses the digital signature and digital certificates for getting more authentication, for getting more confidentiality. For that purpose, both the parties which are involved in communication, that is a sender and receiver, both use the digital certificate for authentication purpose, so that the message or transaction done between the senders and receiver are in confidential form and in authenticated way. Next one is using symmetric encryption. Everyone know that in symmetric encryption we use the same key for encryption and decryption also. It is actually two-level hierarchy of keys. In that we use this one with KDC, key distribution center. In this, each communicating parties share a master secret key with KDC. Then KDC will generate session keys for connecting the communicating parties and share this session key to that parties. And the secret master key is used to distribute this session key to the parties. Next one is a Kerberos authentication. It is a de facto authentication standards for authentication purpose over the heterogeneous or different types of networks, and it is mostly used in distributed environment. Actually, it is work on client server paradigm, or it use for the security purpose use the symmetric key algorithms. It has some features just like a transparency, security, reliability, and the scalability. Because of these features, the Kerberos authentication is the most popular authentications protocols. Also, it provides the end-to-end delivery of services. Most Kerberos authentications work with shared secret key. It eliminates the need to share the password over the net, so that Kerberos keep the authentication over the network. Next one is a Kerberos. Kerberos is a authentication service. It provides the private key third-party authentications to user. Kerberos provide the authentication server to establish the trust between the server and the user. It allow the needing to trust all the workstation, rather all the trust a central authentication server. In Kerberos, there we use the two versions of Kerberos, version V4 and version 5. ऑपरेट नहीं होते हैं. Next one is a remote user authentication. In a remote user authentication, the remote server verifies that the legitimacy of user over the insecure communication channel. It use of public key encryption for the session key distributions. Whatever we use the public key of senders and the receivers public key for encryption in distributed environment. For that we use the remote user authentications. And also it have beginning protocol using the timestamp. We already know the timestamps is attached to the data. That data is sent over the network. When that timestamp is more than certain limits, then it can be simply discarded and the sender asks again to send the same data again. So the remote user authentication requires the synchronized clock. In today's lecture, we already learned the concept of what is identification, what is authorization. Also, we learn the authentications protocol. Then we study about the what is replay attacks. Then one-way authentications, as well as the symmetric encryptions. And the one more important concept is a Kerberos and the Kerberos authentications. And the last one, we learn remote user authentication in this lecture. Today's assignment is first question is in authentication protocol dash dash are the key issues. The first option confidentiality and timeliness. Second one confidentiality and the security. Third one security and timeliness. And the last option is encryption and decryption. Second question is an authentication process consists of dash dash and dash dash steps. First option validation and security. Second one identification and verification. Third one identification and security. And the last option validation and the action. Try to solve this assignment. Recap. Here we will learn about overview of ideas, overview of intrusion detection system. In that, what is intruder, types of intruder, what is intrusions, then the classification of intrusions, then different functions and principle performed by ideas, and the intrusion techniques. Thank you.